Alright, welcome back. It has been a long time since I've actually streamed. Happy New Year! Today is the first, and today's also my first time playing through Shadowbringers. So, um, all the videos from I think 4.1 to 4.5.5 or 4.5.6 or 4.56 are up on YouTube, so you can go see them there. If you're watching this on YouTube, you're watching a cut down version of it. Um, yeah, you're gonna be watching a cut down version of this playthrough. That's about it. So come with me. We're going on an adventure. See, I kind of pieced this was part of was like the last, that's what we call a flashpoint. The last duty, which it was. And I have a feeling a lot of things are gonna make a lot more sense. There's gonna be some things in this train that are gonna make so much more sense now that I've played
come
through.
and gone since that day.
Xenos.
How many years have I waited
Yes,
for this moment?
possessed of Xenos.
For the one that stood alone against the storm. For the one they called. The warrior of light.
I never played 1.0 of this game, so I don't have that full connection to the beginning, but I do have that connection to Realm and everything else that we just played through. Hey Vic, thanks for the follow. I can only assume the little furball I'm seeing is going to be some type of mob that I'll be fighting against. See, I'm still confused on when is this happening?
Sayest thou, Master Matoya?
Like, is Matoya inhabiting Ishtola's body?
But we cannot deny it.
Deny? I am not wont to run from my troubles. Until our friend returns, I will hold the line.
I've still been trying to figure out, like, is this supposed to be Ulta? because I know it's from the first location you meet Thancred.
This town certainly has changed. I'm not at all for that.
And also that line. And after playing Realm, I am still confused by this next line.
I'm not going anywhere. I promise you, Infinia.
So I'm assuming I get my answers during Shadowbringers on this. And I'm pretty sure this is the first. I was watching somebody stream, and they brought up the fact that Ardent, I'm saying his name, is from a world that was completely devoured by light. So I'm assuming this is the first. Oh.
This tragedy, greater even than the seventh umbral calamity, must
Okay. So this met the disembodied voice person, this guy. I wonder if it's like your big bad for this. Even though Xenos is still alive. Is that like our big bad villain?
warrior of darkness.
So it has only taken me, I'll say 2 years, because Stormblood was a 9-month run. I might have gotten through Heaven's Word in about 4 months, 4 or 5 months, and then I also got through, Realm was the longest. Getting through Realm Reborn was the longest. So I want to say, I won't say full playtime's been like 2 years, but I definitely started my very first character in when no Stormblood had been released, Shadowbringers. Like I remember being able. Oh, wait a minute. My very, very first character that I ever created was a monk. And I think that was in 2020. And I believe that character... I think I just deleted them or they're on another server. I don't know. I'll have to double check. Alright, Tataru. What do you got for me? Oh, that's right, we're looking for the thing, I know him as the Crystal Exarch, and I know who the Crystal Exarch is. Sad that I got... I'm a little sad I got spoiled on that. Good news. We've had a stroke of luck in our search for the beacon. Oh, they already found it. I think. Apparently our colleagues have stumbled across a hidden path leading down to the hollows around the base of the Crystal Tower. A path I doubt we've ever have found have the Ironworks and the Suns not added their numbers to the party. There's like so much going on in these worlds. I think so, Beaver. A lot of ground to cover. Oh yeah, I gotta change my look. The sooner we find this beacon, the sooner you can travel to wherever it is the mysterious voice is coming from. And the sooner we can work out how to help our friends. We have to find a way to wake them up, and before the Empire comes calling again, meaning we have no time to lose. So the Empire heads off just to lick its wounds, maybe? There's a boat in the North Silver Tier waiting to ferry people to the site, so let's be on our way. Wow! That is such a difference from hearing the Stormblood one. I was like, okay. And also just to hear like the guitar and all that, I'm just like, It's been a while since I've been to the Crystal Tower. Like, I feel like I remember the way. What was this one? Heading to the survey site, sir. It's on the eastern shore of the lake, and the swiftest way to get there is by boat. Sure. Wait, are we at, like, the base of the Crystal Tower? Or is this just some random set of ruins in the area? Huh.
Look how many people there are! Should we get to it then? Pick up anything that seems the least bit device-like, and we'll make ourselves a pile.
Device-like.
Well,
Sure.
if it isn't the hero of the hour, maybe you'll change our look. We've found bugger all without you.
Biggs! Wedge!
It still makes me swell to know that their names are in this.
Aye, aye. Well, we could hardly say no to a call for aid from the Scions. Jesse called it the chief of some other business, so we'll be working twice as hard to make up for his not being here.
Thrice as hard, even.
Thank you, both of you. I'm sure we'll find that beacon in no time.
I'm not seeing anything out here. Do you reckon you could squeeze in there, Wedge?
And get stuck halfway? No, thank you.
Oh my god, they just
I
remind
could
me
try
of
if
a
you like.
version. They remind me of a
Tarun,
version
no!
of,
I didn't
3PO
ask you
and
to do
R2.
that.
Oh, I'll be fine. This receptionist is not afraid to get her hands dirty.
What What did I find? Okay, I like the new hairstyle I did.
Sorry, I meant to say, the scholars haven't finished their preliminary assessment of the site yet, so we're not supposed to venture too far in.
Well then, it'll take you a while to find
What's that you
anything.
got there? Now that looks promising.
Isn't that the Ironworks symbol? Counterfeiters?
Now I have you.
You are right.
What's happening?
Oh, that's just terrifying. It's terrifying that
Stay with me. Focus on my voice. Let expanse contract. Eon become instant.
Wait, this must be it. The device. Well, this is supposed to happen.
well, at least she
Throw
figured it out.
wide the gates that we may pass.
Safe journey, warrior of light. Find our friends and bring them home.
Okay, do we just randomly wake up on the first? What is it, Mother Crystal Heidelin? No, we're just in a sea of fragments?
Oh, do not look at me so.
You're slaves to a tyrant. There's no freedom in that.
This is one battle you cannot fight. Away with you.
We did everything right. Everything that was asked of us, and still it came to this.
Oh, that was Arden. What, is that Minfilia?
Your time has not yet come.
Wait, is this the... What in the world? Is it Arden? The reason why I've figured out a lot that this is the first, and aside from them saying so at one point, I was watching another streamer. I think they're going through Heavensward right now, and and I saw the whole sequence with the Oracle of Light / Minfilia and Arden and the Warriors of Darkness. And they're like, our world has been swallowed by light, and we must go back there. So I'm kind of wondering, do we run back into Arden and that whole crew?
From endless dreams I awake.
Is this my voice?
Something vague, yet urgent, calls me to action once more.
This is like the first time I'm ever seeing like us walk in first person. It's a little weird. Wait a minute. That's
Rare to meet someone out here who's not a peddler themselves. What brings you into the wilds this time of night?
that's wait, night. Okay, yeah. So is like this a mirror realm of ours? Because there is another person exactly like him who we meet at the start of Realm and who helps us out at the end of Realm.
Well, if it ain't the oldest joke in the book. Me granddad, God's rest his soul, used to tell that one to the barman at kicking out time. And when, pray tell, did we last have a dark night? You rotten old drunk yet, he'd reply.
Oh, so it's very much like the northern hemisphere. Like we're talking Alaska
Over
and
100 bleeding
Russia
years
and
ago.
Norway and up
That's
that
when.
way. So this place has everlasting daytime. Okay.
You got that look down to a T. I'd almost think you meant it. Ah, got to you, did they? Poor beggar.
They?
That explains it then.
What they? Who they? Like I feel like I'm literally starting a brand new game.
I've roads to travel and wares to sell, but you best hurry along to the town nearby. Just head east through the trees and aim for the Shining Tower. You'll find the place soon enough. 'Tis the biggest settlement for malms around.
Oh. Okay.
Go on now, friend. They'll take good care of you in the Crystarium.
Oh, this is gonna be really interesting. Like this literally could have been a soft reset. Ah, it's my song.
To dizzying heights it rises, the gleaming spire. Its tip threatening to pierce the blinding canopy. There, it will all begin anew. Between dark and light, the pure and the corrupt. The one true struggle.
This seriously already feels like a brand new, like, oh, totally different game. I'm supposed to go that way, but thought I'd check. Oh, I love this song so much. I hate lavender, but this gives me lavender vibes. I hate the smell of lavender. the color's like a mix of lavender and lilac. Like, this song gives me chills so hard.
Halt!
Hi. I am expected?
Every face in this city I know. Yours, I do not.
Because I am not from the city.
This is the threshold of the Crystarium, stranger, and I am its gatekeeper. If you would enter, you will answer my questions. From where do you hail?
Okay. Now I understand more about everything from the podcast I listen to, because I always hear words that are like the first, the source. We are from the source.
The source? What is this cryptic nonsense? Had you given me an honest answer, I would not have barred your way. We care little here for a person's place of origin, but instead, you chose concealment. And I will not suffer you to pass.
I can only assume Gridanian does not exist in this world. The hell is that?
That one had eaten. It must have gulped down the whole hand, ring and all.
No. Oh wow. That gives us a very interesting feel because
Everything all right, Captain?
I know who this
Quite
is,
all right, my
sadly.
lord. Just a stray sin eater, and a weak one at that.
Sin Eater. So we're fighting Sin
Weak or not, we should be on the lookout for more. But I see you've met my guest. I will escort him to the Crystarium myself, if you've no objections.
Another of your mysterious friends, is it? I should have known.
Mysterious friends. Wait, are they here?
Very well. I'll inform the others your guest is to be given the run of the city.
Is this where everyone else got pulled to? So is my body just...
Pray forgive my less than cordial welcome. May the rest of your stay with us be a pleasant one.
So is my body just laying there at the Crystal Tower, just like collapsed?
Come with me. I will answer whatever questions you have when we are somewhere more private.
Okay. I know who you are, sadly. Because spoilers. And my idiot self-researching.
Right then. Before we plunge into the wheres and wherefores, let me first thank you for answering my summons.
You more accurately kind of
I had intended
Shanghai
to
me.
bring you directly to my personal quarters, but I fear my aim was slightly off. That you are still able to make the crossing unharmed is a great relief. And so, we come to the question of where. The realm in which you now find yourself belongs to one of the 13 reflections, or shards. The first, to be precise, even if its inhabitants are largely oblivious to the fact. As to wherefore, having been awarded the rather grandiose title of Crystal Exarch, luck. I, in my capacity as caretaker of the Crystarium, thought to seek the aid of you and your companions.
Now here's the thing. How else would this person know who we are?
That is a question with no simple answer. But all shall be explained in due course, I promise you. Let us begin with the glaring skies up above. Here in the First, the world has been all but consumed by primordial light. It began a century ago, by this realm's reckoning. A luminous flood swallowing everything in its path. More than 9/10 of this star was lost. And the fortunate few who survived are hounded by abominations born of that catastrophe even now. Sin Eaters, we call them. The creature you saw earlier was one such monstrosity. It was to save the First from this menace that I learned to bridge the rift between worlds. That I might call upon the aid of the greatest of heroes. And though it meant depriving a world of its champion, I had to try, for in saving the First, you would bring salvation to the source as well.
How so?
But what manner of host harangues his guests in the middle of the road? Let us continue our talk within the Crystarium.
This is the Crystal Tower. Or I should say, so the Crystal Tower is essentially a beacon for all the shards, I'm guessing? And there's only one person who has enough attachment to the Crystal Tower.
Such a proud and vibrant city. The sole sanctuary for the living in a world all but resigned to oblivion. Each stone was laid with hope. The town itself a symbol, a monument to defiance in the face of death. No would-be hero could fail to answer its call. For who among us does not yearn for salvation?
So I can only assume that I'm going to get a grand tour of this location, because they did that in Heaven's Word. Not so much in Stormblood, because Stormblood was very much, we are at war, go, or we're trying to liberate these people. And here we are. Welcome, my friend, to the Crystarium. Um. Uh. How? Okay, that answers that. I'm like, I feel like I'm gonna get more gear. Now, a full, frank discussion in privacy of my study would seem to be in order. But I think our conversation would be more meaningful if you were first to gain a firmer grasp of the situation here. To that end, I would like you to visit a few of the Crystarium civic leaders and glean something of this world and its predicament. Aside from really creepy white creatures known as Sin Eaters. As you can see, this path will take you directly to the Aether, a convenience with which I'm sure you're all too familiar. Okay, yeah. The way they're setting this character up, and you can tell this is the Crystal Tower just from the distance. This is Graha. Unless it's some random character we don't know about. Being the rightful object to summon spells, you should in theory be able to reach. Suggest you attune with it. Yeah, as per usual. After having done so, walk up the steps next to the Aetherite and head out to the left to the Crystalline Mine. This is where you'll find our collective crafters, gatherers, as well as their spokeswomen, Catliss, one of the people I should like you to meet. Huh. Another is Morin. To reach him in his cabinet of curiosities, you'll want to avoid the aforementioned steps. Take the exit to the left and simply continue along the strip. Oh, I'm just literally gonna have to explore this place. Third and final person is Bragi. I'm in charge of trade and distribution. He's found in the markets, which you can access the opposite side of the Aetherite Plaza. In seeking out each of my colleagues, you will visit the major districts of the city. Hopefully gain a feel of the place. Trust my directions are simple enough. No pun intended. More to historic necessity than planning. I'm sure you'll learn its twists and turns before long. In honesty, the true challenge may be in finding the right way to approach its citizens. Oh, don't say that. As you discover during your encounter with the captain, the people of this world are unaware of the existence of other stars and will struggle to accept the truth of your origin. So we won't bring it up. That being the case, when they ask you where you hail, as they will inevitably will, I suggest you claim to share a homeland with the Crystal Exarch. There is an unspoken rule here about peering too deeply into that particular mystery. Ah, okay. When you finish making your rounds, pray meet me in the large courtyard at the center of town. Until then. Okay, so technically we do hail from the same location. Oh wait, what did I get? I didn't get anything yet. Focus your senses, you detect the flow of vastly distant currents of aether. Your connection to these energies is faint but stable. It should allow you to teleport to aetherites in the source. Nice. That's a nice way of putting it. Okay. Let's stay downstairs for a bit. This is a very centralized location. Summoning bell. I do need to, That's disappointing and slightly annoying. Not gonna lie. Aether shard. I have a feeling this stream's gonna be all like, I'm exploring, leave me alone. Okay. This place is beautiful. I am quite literally... Oh wow. Okay. I love the fact that he told me, yeah, go do this. What am I doing? I'm just exploring the city. This place is huge. I'm not even sure where I'm going. I love the aesthetic of it. Like, it's not a Gothic European location. Yeah, it's not a giant Gothic European location like Ishgard. It's not some barren desert like Alamika. Wow. I may have to take some time and actually like fully explore this the way I want. But it can't fully hurt. And there's more upstairs. Okay, so we have a garden and vegetation. Leaf mates. Script exchange. I regret to inform you that we are not looking for new suppliers for the time being. However, should there be a change in circumstances, we may have reason to call in new services. It doesn't work for me, does it? Like, honestly, I'm just trying to... Okay, these are all my crafters. Rare to see a place so well stocked with goods, isn't it? But not here. I'm going to guess you're new to our fair city. Yeah. Well, for what it's worth, you've chosen a fine sanctuary. The Exarch can throw up a barrier if the Sin Eaters come a knocking. So it's a damn sight safer in here than it is out there. So, are there other cities out and about? Safer and more civilized, too. Thanks to us in the mean, we work together to procure materials and resources and craft the goods which make the city life possible. This is the place to visit if you need a coat mend or a kettle forged. Okay. Just don't go thinking it'll all be handed to you on a plate like those of Umoral layabouts. Oh! Though I see you're no stranger to labor, honest labor. You don't have the whiff of indolence about you like some folks I've met. Still, I can't quite pin down your profession. Where are you from? Haha! One of the Exarch's countrymen, you say? I see. Well then, I'll work twice as hard to make you feel welcome. Our city wouldn't even exist if it weren't for him, and any friend of his is a friend of ours. Okay, hold on, let me do this. It's really quite incredible when you think about it. They say his grand magic summoned the Crystal Tower into existence, pulled the thing out of thin air. Oh! So it's the same Crystal Tower. It wasn't long before droves of refugees began congregating around its base, desperate for shelter after losing their homes to the flood. Huh. And that's how the Crystarium began. At the Exarch's invitation, buildings started going up, and with the help of some curious relics brought forth from the tower, the place gradually expanded into a thriving metropolis you see today. The city stood here for decades now, yet the eldest among us swear the Exarch looks the exact same he did back then. Time is different. He is indeed. He is indeed a man of many mysteries, but for all his secrecy, he has never yet let us down. So if he and you wish to remain silent about where you share your shared homeland, then the folk here will respect your wish for privacy. Okay. Yeah. Granted, you had to get through 2 expansions to get to this. And the amount of years that took place. Yeah, it makes sense people would be like, who's this Crystal Exarch? It makes sense that it's Graha, because we are from the same location. He's the last person I know that I had seen at the Crystal Tower, and he just disappeared randomly. I am, however, more than a little curious to see any crafting talent you might be hiding. If you've ought to contribute on that front, be sure to come back and visit once you have a chance to settle in. Just ask for Catless, and I'll find you a niche here in the Crystalline Mead. You can help us keep the cogs of the city greased and turning. Interesting. So this place is big. Like, really big. Okay, what is this recording now? feel like I've seen one before. I wonder if that. I wonder if I had. I wonder if there was one in the Crystal Tower. Or was it Estes Law? Now really. I kind of wish I did the Beast Tribe quest. Okay, I'm curious, what is this? Looking to procure yourself an Almora, then I reckon you got to the right place. 1 second, if you would. And there we have it. I've added you to our register. Pray come back when you've need of a mount. Oh, okay. It's your chocobo of this world. Got it. Interesting. Why have a platform here when you can't go anywhere? Okay, whatever. I can only wonder if some of these locations will open up as I go. Sir, how did you get up there? I don't want to open the map yet. And what say you, Skywatcher? Wise woman once told me she does not pay heed to the skies or will surely get lit. Some advice if you ask me, was here. Yes. Okay, so what I think this location is that city with the fat cats. Or fat Makote people. Fat Makote looking people. I think that's what this is. Because it makes the most sense. Like, that makes the most sense. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. There's 6. But there were no aphors in this area. Actually, let's go this way. Just over here. Yes, okay. New to the city, friend? The spinning head and wide eyes give you away. Of course they do. I've not seen this. Welcome, my name is Braggy. And I'm the master of these markets. They gave the district another title, official title, but I'm not in the habit of using it. Too florid by half. In any case, our merchant stock and a range of equipment for misstells such as herself. Misstell? So find yourself something in your size should be a problem. Misstell. So Makote might not be a thing in this world, I'm guessing. Huh. Let's see if this can straighten this out. These two in front of us. The short one is a Hume. Okay, yeah. Yeah. Each race is different. So they're known as Humes, but for us it was Hewer. Taller one is an elf. Really? An elf? I'll take it. Tall one's an elf, which was Elizon. The big starting one is Galgente, which I think was Rothgar? Oh, wait. Sturdy. Yeah, big boy looks sturdy. And the one with the horns is Drawn, which are Aura. Then you have the large, scaly chaps with long necks and a knack for raising livestock. Those would be Zune, which I believe Alamaja? Okay, and what are you? Which is apparently not the name you know them by. Now I'm curious to know which far-flung region you hail from. Ah, same as Exar. Ah, well, that explains it. You didn't get much farther flung than that. Oh, you don't get much far. We've had a few of your lot pass through in recent years. Huh? And despite their obvious learnings, they floundered over the simplest things. Over the recent years? Is this what he's talking about by, like, oh yeah, that's not a simple question. So, he literally pulled us from the same time, but we all landed in different times, is what I'm gathering. But worry not, should you find yourself confused by the local language or customs, I'll be here to answer your questions. Okay, now I gotta find the Cabinet of Curiosities. I don't want to open the map until I have everything. It's so tempting to. But I don't know how much of... I'll just go to the 8th, alright? Just try it. Thanks for the rookery. Okay, so that's off to the left. Alright, so I'll hit the rookery en route. Ah, it's because I didn't go this way. Okay, that was the music. I'm like, what am I stepping on that's making that sound? This is the rookery. Oh, look at Chocobo! Okay, there's at least one familiar thing here that I recognize. Nuts board. Clan Nutsy. Sorry, Sinner, but my services are reserved for members of Clan Nutsy. In order to be eligible for quests, Nuts to you must have met the following requirements. You must have completed the side quest Elite and Dangerous. You must have completed the main scenario quest Travelers of... Yeah, we got to that one yet. Okay. Wait. Can I get to it from here? Nope. I see a guard. They're not going to let me through. It's so big, but it's like properly like stacked. Okay. This is where all my gathering and whatnot takes place. I just realized I need to get my skills up badly. Literally, this whole stream may be me just exploring. I've only done, what, 2 missions? Alright, I have attuned myself to all the shards of the Crystarium. Lakeland is now unavailable. It's a library. I'll take it. Excuse me, sir. Are you recently come to the city, perchance? I'm quite familiar with our civic roles, you see, and well, wow. what I mean to ask is, have you brought any books with you? A rumbled scroll even. A scrap of scribble on parchment. Oh, this character. I could so see my friend playing this character. My apologies. Literature is something of an obsession of mine, as well as a profession. Librarian Morin, at your service. And this humble collection is known as the Cabinet of Curiosities. As your powers of perception have likely informed you, my colleagues and I are responsible for curating all manner of tomes, documents, and other vehicles for the written word. As horrific as the loss of life and land wrought by the flood unquestionably was, the damage to recorded knowledge was no less catastrophic. We few do all we can to preserve what wisdom survived. Okay, what is this flood they keep speaking of? Or is it the light that's a flood, or is it something else? But tell me, what brings you to the cabinet today? Are you looking for any title in particular? Mayhap a spot for academic research? Oh, so you've an interest in modern history. Splendid! A thorough review of recent events can often yield novel perspectives. I quite agree. If you prefer something visual to accompany the account, then I think I have an illustrated history book for children somewhere. Just a moment. I'll fetch it for you. Wow. Okay. I mean, yeah, I would prefer that compared to just reading a giant book. Oh, he's been gone for a while. Well, it is a library. Ah, here we are. Would you like to pull up a chair? Make yourself more comfortable. On with the lesson, then. Flashbacks? 100 years ago, or near enough not to matter, villains known as the Warrior of Light slew the Shadow Keeper and Steward of Darkness. Really? So I'm guessing this is Ardent. In the wake of this tainted deed, light began pouring into a world as if from unseen cracks. It pooled and swelled without cease until the day an enormous blind wave rose up and swept across our star. Oh wow. We called this calamity the Flood of Light. Okay. So, like, we had the calamity of the Star of Dalimod destroying our star in flame. They had light flood their world. Okay. Everything it touched was leached of life and vigor, leaving naught behind but a luminous wasteland. Yet, just when it seemed all would be lost, a savior appeared to us. Is this Minfilia? The Oracle of Light. This is Minfilia. Okay. She stood twixt us and approaching doom, and by her power did she stay the flood. Thus, Norvrant and Norvent alone spared the fate of erasure. Okay, so where's Art? 2, is this truly Minfilia? Because the girl running with Thancred in the trailer seemed really young. And I know that's not Minfilia. Unless there's reincarnation involved. Tragedy would, however, arrive in another form. From the blasted emptiness descended horrors of strange and terrible aspects of bedevil the few folks who survive. I'm assuming these are the Sin Eaters. These Sin Eaters were light incarnates, and their fulgent presence stole the night from the northern sky. So without the darkness, light overtook. So light is the villain. Okay, so the trailer makes a lot more sense now. Even now, they circle and remain the remaining bastions of civilization, ever on the hunt for us, ever hungering for our flesh. Wow, that's... And thus the world became what it is. Should you ever wish to hear the tale again, I'd be glad to retell it for you. Or you could rather I speak of other, or if you would rather I speak of other matters, that too would be my pleasure. I should be glad of the company. But I'd rather just walk to him because he's like right here. I can't even view the top of the tower. Yeah, this is Graha. This is Graha, this is the Crystal Tower, this is where he bombed out. So, at the end of the Crystal Tower dungeon, he got pulled into this world. Well, how did you fare? Did my colleagues help you form a clearer picture of this world and its people? Yes, it would seem you retreated to the most thorough introduction. I understand it was something of a chore, but it was necessary that you grasp these things before we proceed. As for the Crystal Tower's origin, you may have noted the details were sparse. The structure is, in fact, the same one you know from the source, transported to the first in its entirety. It was my first attempt at breaching the boundaries between worlds, something of a trial run before your eventual crossing. And although I do not know which era I tore it from, I do know that its arrival served to set the wheels of fate in motion. Dude. You've done as I requested and learned some stuff of the world in which you find yourself. Now it's time I fulfill my half of the bargain and explain what has befallen your comrades. That is a conversation I'd rather have in the privacy of my quarters. However, I must go on ahead to the tower and organize a few things, but I shall see that the guard knows to admit you. I'm not familiar with that name. It is some. Is there something I should know? Oh, I wonder. I wonder if the crystal Exart is inhabiting Graha's body. An extraordinary tale, but I'm afraid I found no such individual residing in the tower when it passed into my care. Mayhap we can revisit that mystery another time. For now, I think it's best that we focus on the present. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this... Huh. This is gonna be weird entering the Crystal Tower after I've... Oh! So the Crystal Tower area I was in was a projection of this. I don't even know how far I am in the quest line. I'm probably like 3 quests in. If that.
Welcome to the Ocular, my private study. We can speak here without fear of being overheard. I have much to explain, but the truths which I must touch upon in doing so would cause only distress and confusion to the people of this world. Pray keep that in mind. Now, I am sure you are desperate to know the fate of your fellow scions. To put it simply, they are here in the First. Their arrival, however, was not as recent as you may imagine. Here, time flows at a different pace from that of the Source.
So
in the space of a single hour in your home world, an entire year might pass in the First, and the reverse could also be true. The pace fluctuates without rhyme or reason, and it cannot be predicted. That said, we seem to be entering a period of near equivalence, and thus, for the moment, you need not overly concern yourself with the passage of time. As for your companions, however, Yustola and Urianger have dwelled here for 3 winters, all told, while Thancred's count stands at 5.
Let's try it, because Thancred was the first to pass out.
Recent arrivals, Alphino and Alize, have lived in the First for almost a year.
Oh, wow. So everyone's older.
My intention had been to summon only you, but the art of reaching across worlds has proven exceedingly difficult to master. Thus it was that my fumbling hand closed upon those to whom your fate is most closely bound as well. As they were not the object of my summons, their transference was incomplete. Though they may appear to possess corporeal bodies, they are, in truth, merely spirits that one can see and touch. Consequently, while you yourself will be able to pass between worlds with relative freedom, they will not. Much as it grieves me, they are stranded here, unable to return.
Okay, that's something we're fixing.
We spent every waking hour searching for a way to reverse the summoning. In the beginning, at least. As you may have surmised, however, our efforts met with little success. And then we all but abandoned the endeavor once Urianger shared with us the vision he had witnessed during his journey through the rift. In that chaotic no-man's land between realms, time and space warp and blend in unexpected ways. What Urianger saw was the future, that which would one day come to pass. In his vision of tomorrow, the First was rejoined with the Source. This collision of worlds brought about the 8th umbral calamity and the deaths of countless multitudes.
Okay.
Amongst those who perished, Urianger clearly saw the fall of the Scion's mightiest champion. He watched you die. And thus did the Scions embrace their exile, and began searching this world for a means to forestall the coming catastrophe in yours. Their souls are stranded in the first, yes, but they have fought on, desperate to save their home and you from destruction. Nor have their efforts been in vain, for it was they who finally established that the elimination of the Sin Eaters will indeed serve to prevent the calamity. Considering these circumstances of our meeting, you would be forgiven for doubting my version of events. And so, before all else, I would suggest you track down your comrades and hear the tale from their lips. I shall of course be happy to assist in these reunions, and you need not make any decisions regarding your involvement until you are certain of where you stand. Meanwhile, I promise I will not rest until I have found a way to help your friends return home. What say you? Have I earned your trust for the moment, at least? Excellent. You will not regret this. With that settled, we shall have to see about getting you ready for the road. Traveling across the rift has no doubt left you weary. I will arrange for a room where you might rest in comfort. While it's being prepared, perhaps I can show you around.
Okay. This is almost, I'll have to take a break in a minute. The Casterium boasts a number of residential districts, but I have been informed that a room has just been available at the Pendants, which, as it turns out, is perfect. Our path there will take us past the markets, and I was hoping to give you my own introduction to their wares. Come along.
This is the Musica Universalis, the commercial heart of the Crystarium. What you might need to prepare for your journeys can be purchased here. Ah, yes. You must be curious about the currency. Fear not. The gil you carry will serve you well enough.
Okay, cool. I don't have to worry about any other currencies.
Each nation once minted its own coins, but 'twas all a jumbled mess following the flood. After much debate, the local merchants eventually elected to revert to the old ways, wherein a coin's value was decided by the worth of its metal. As for a unit of measurement, we agreed upon the term gil, a word borrowed from coins uncovered within the Crystal Tower here. And as our traders peddled their wares across the land, so too did our usage of gil become common practice. From from what your stola tells me, a standard coin from the source equates to exactly 1 gil here, or near enough not to matter. Our way of life has benefited greatly from the artifacts we recovered from the tower, some of which may be familiar to you.
Are those tombstones? Why do I give off that look?
But I fear it would not be practical for us to provide everything to which you are accustomed. You shall need a means to access the commodities of your homeworld.
Like...
A Van Kerm Sin?
Yes, I'm here. Of course I'm here. What amusements do you have for me today?
My dear Feo Ul, paragon of pixie kind. For you, I have the most vital task. This fine gentleman is a friend from a distant realm. And we have need of a means to ferry things back and forth from his home. Might you be able to assist us in this matter?
Is this how we get our summons? Or our retainers?
You came from beyond, didn't you? From beyond the rift. How wonderfully exciting. What a brave and reckless and marvelous thing you did. You've the heart of a pixie, you do. After careful consideration, I have decided to grant you my assistance. Make a pact with me and the fun can begin.
Sure.
But answer me this, traveler. Did your garments come with you when you crossed over? Your teeth? Your nails?
Yes?
Just as I thought! Then you've a good stout connection with your home through which all your belongings, great and small, may easily pass. From this moment forth I will be your Isne Fis, and you my Snay Yak. Like the branch which sprouts from the sapling, our bond will flow unbroken from one to the other.
Okay.
Raise your hand. Tis done. We are bound now, dearest sapling. Come then. Make your request. Tell me your desire. I wish to visit this world of yours.
Mayhap a message to your friends in the source to inform them of your safe arrival.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Consider it done.
As you heard, that was Feo Ul of the Pixies. Their kind possess an affinity for magic akin to that of arcane beings. They rarely show themselves in populated areas, but Feo is insatiably curious even by Pixie standards, and seems to have taken a liking to the Crystarium. Right, we were going to organize a room for you, weren't we? Come along.
Okay, I was wondering, I'm like, is this how I get my usual stuff? So delivering moogles, marking, and summoning. Excellent. This does feel very, what was I gonna say? This feels very much like a brand new game in the storyline. I was just finalizing the matter of your accommodations. You'll have a private room here in the Pendants for the duration of your stay, to make use of it as you see fit. When you are ready to retire, the manager will show you to your lodgings for a rest, and we shall reconvene in the Ocular Anon. I believe that covers all the practical concerns. Anything else? Thank you for answering the call. We are denied the comforting blanket of night, but may peaceful dreams attend you nonetheless. Pleasure to meet you, sir, and welcome to your new home at the Pendants. Your room is ready. Do you care to retire? Yes. Oh wow, that's a full-on, like, studio apartment. Okay. Have a stove and... Oh, nice. And a view to boot. Are those stars in the sky? Is this Arden? Yep. I was wondering if I was gonna run into him.
You're the warrior of light from the source.
So is he like a shadow being here? Ooh, his axe is really bloody.
What? Did you just... You can hear me? Oh, gods, how long has it been?
Ooh, they've been gone for a while.
Hi. That was what I called myself in your world. The Warrior of Darkness. My real name is Ardbert. I used an alias in the source. A daft one, looking back. If you recall my tale, it was my comrades and I who caused the flood.
Yeah, I pieced that together.
We thought our home doomed. And so we listened to the Ascians. Let them guide us to the source. And try to hasten their god's damned ardor.
Okay. Oh.
I remember when we fell. Defeated by you and yours. I remember our audience with Minfilia. How she listened to our pleas and returned our souls to the first.
But you didn't have a body. So you were wandering spirits?
The flood was poised to swallow Norvrant. Minfilia and my friends, they surrendered what little they had left to hold it back.
Oh.
Just faded away. Leaving me to bear witness.
Oh, okay.
Tell me, do you know the year? How much time has passed since we caused the flood?
I'd say about 100.
100 years. 100 long years.
I figured.
My hands find no purchase. My gestures catch no eye, and my pleas, be they whispered or screamed, reach not a single ear. I am a shade, cursed to do naught but drift.
Okay, so he's another section that we're gonna have to deal with to reunite him with his friends and let him pass on.
Forever.
I'm guessing.
I hardly noticed when my mind and body began to fray at the edges. My senses were sharp again. I felt like a fish being reeled in, and before I knew it, I found myself in this room. Why is it that you can see me? What are you even doing here, come to that? You were summoned to save the first. A waste of time. This world is beyond saving, like those who try to save it. Muddled as my mind may be, I've not forgotten that. But if fate has brought me to you, the one person in this God's forsaken world who can see and hear me, then perhaps there is a reason I endured. If I can find out why I was left behind, then maybe I can bring this journey of mine to an end.
I'm guessing it's to make amends.
Well, I'll be watching, Warrior of Light. But do me a favor. Be careful out there. This world has had its fill of heroes.
Wow. I really... Wow. Oh, what are we gonna dream? Oh, goodness. Take your shoes off. Oh, I love the ambiance. It's just quiet. And if I open up those doors, daylight. Excuse you. Okay, that's great. Oh, I do want to finish this mission. Oh. So if I want to travel back and forth, I can literally just go from here. I'm guessing.
Ah, how did you find your new quarters? I trust you were able to rest. I was not aware the room was haunted, and you were rather tired. Well, should you receive another visitation, be sure to let me know.
Love it.
Now, let us return to the subject of the Scion's whereabouts. This map shows the lands of Norvrand, the only area to be spared the Flood of Light. The Crystarium is here, in the region known as Lakeland.
Okay.
To the north is the fairy kingdom of Il-Meg. That is where you'll find Urianger.
Okay.
To the east lies the once prosperous civilization of Rak-Tika. Your Stola is stationed there, in the heart of the forest. Alas, neither location can be reached without considerable difficulty.
Great.
As such, I would suggest you first seek out one of the twins, each of whom is stationed but a short flight from the Crystarium. Alphino is on Calusia, an island off the western shore. It is home to a city called Yulmore, where the rich and privileged while away their days in idleness. For his part in furthering our cause, Alphino journeyed there to meet with the citizenry and forge alliances. From what I hear, he has since kept himself busy gathering information around the main settlement. Alize, meanwhile, traveled south to the arid wastes of Armareng. They lie upon the very edge of the inhabitable world, where the flood of light was halted. Those who dwell there live in constant fear of attack by the Sin Eaters.
So that'll probably be like the last
In contrast
location
to her
we go.
brother, Alize felt that her energies would better be spent learning about the enemy, and thus she sells her services as a guard, both to hone her skills and gather information on our foe. So, will it be Calicia or Armareng? It matters not which you choose to visit first.
So I'm going to both, no matter what.
Simply inform me once you've made your decision, and I will see to it that you are provided with a suitable mount. But you must be wondering about Thancred.
Yeah, where is he?
He has taken up with a new companion, and is presently engaged as a wandering hunter of Sin Eaters.
Okay.
Being ever on the move, his whereabouts are often difficult to ascertain, but I am certain your paths will cross ere long.
Yeah, that tracks. Okay, so I think I'm gonna go for Alphino first. In the meantime, yeah, I'll do my spiel and then do a quick break. So be good to yourself, be good to others, stay true to you. And see you next time.
take care.